don't lick nobody, don't lick nobody, don't lick nobody. Bullfrog dressed up in soldier clothes went to the river to shoot some crows. Crows by fire and they all fly away, Lord. Bullfrog get vexed and he cry all day. Bullfrog dressed up in soldier clothes went to the river to shoot some crows. Crows by fire and they all fly away, Lord. Bullfrog get vexed and he cry all day. Do a nanny, do a nanny, do a nanny, how you do? Yeah, do a nanny, do a nanny, do a nanny, do a nanny, how you do? Hey, 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 on the rock. Hey, 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 on the rock. Everybody's out there on the dawn, doing what we call on the rock. Hey, 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 on the rock. Lord, I was in love before until you moved in next door. Pretty blue eyes, I love you. Pretty blue eyes. All the guys in the neighborhood say, darling, that you sure look good with your blue eyes. I love you. Pretty blue eyes. All right, here we go now. When I was a little boy running around the yard, I used to hear the older men talking by the bar. They talk about the things they did when they were young and strong, and how things are better now than it was before. I didn't understand what they meant back then. I'm a little older now. I think I comprehend when they say age ain't nothing but a number. You're just as old as you feel. Your DJ Future, even though I'm moving slow. Everything I do twice as sweet, just like wine. All the time, champagne, my name, caviar, from afar, candy, brandy.
So
just hide your home. That's how the stroke man does come when she all alone. When you leave your house, he's sneaking like a rat, knocking over all your things and tickling your cat. When you get back home, ain't no way to tell. He even ain't leave a clue, no trace, no smell. Now your woman acting different, he done ring she bell. She's smiling from ear to ear, contented as well. When you ain't handling your home, stroke man take it on you. When you leave your woman alone, stroke man take it on you. See, she might have a way, and that is true, but when you don't pay her no attention, stroke man. Come on! Ah, yeah! Like you clown you. Get on this seat, might well get all up in my business, boy. Now what you gonna do? What? Yeah. Hey, yes, smile. Wait, you sing all up in it. Mr. Bus driver, I heard about your bus. How will you drive it? Never do you rush? Yes, right. And everything is good. The atmosphere is great. And the music, I heard
I kindly ask that everyone please put their phones on silent. We wish not to have any interference and that everyone can come a bit closer. Moderate this morning's time capsule ceremony. We assemble today for such a momentous occasion to encapsulate memories that date us to the independence of our beloved country in recognition of the Bahamas' 50th independence anniversary. We do not remember dates, we remember people, but the richness of life lies in memories. We would now like to open the ceremony with a
God of help in ages past, Father, we hope for years to come, realizing that a shelter from the stormy clouds will be our eternal home. God, we thank you for allowing us to see another day. And Father, as we gather here this morning on this momentous occasion, we ask, Lord, that you would come into our midst, that you would take up all the room in our hearts and our minds, that we would be all in one accord. We pray for those who have put this program together this morning. We pray for the government of this country, even the opposition. And now, Lord, as we gather here to commemorate and to dedicate this, we ask that you would continue to be with us, guide us, keep and direct us. And Father, always love the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. In your name I pray.
our Deputy Chief Counsel, Mr. Sayers Cooper, our local government councilors and their committee members, and all the senior government officials here, to the P.A. Gibson Primary School, the Gregorytown Primary School. We also see Island School out there. We welcome you all here today to our time capsule committal. And I too want to say to you that this is an occasion that we all must have marked in our memories, because this is an historical moment that we're going to open this time capsule in the next 25 years, and I promise I can be standing in the same spot if the Lord allows me to be here. So I just want you to just garner this moment in your heart that this is something that you have to remember for the rest of your life, and also look forward to the next 25 years. So I say welcome, welcome, snap all the pictures that you want to snap, share this on your social media so that others can see what you were involved in today, so that they can come down here and have this experience. As a matter of fact, being out here in nature is such a remarkable thing this morning. I am glad to be out of the confines of the office to breathe this fresh air today. So I say to you, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Mistress Culver. We now welcome P.A. Gibson Primary School with a selection. P.A. Gibson for such a wonderful selection. We will now have remarks done by our Family Island Administrator in the Central Eleuthera District, Ms. Rochelle Anderson.
I'm going to borrow a few phrases from our moderator. We do not remember dates. We remember moments. And I remember in my childhood, being in Radstown, I went to a school that was T. Gibson Primary School. That's now C.R. Walker. And I can remember singing those same songs, not just at events, but you sometimes at break time, lunchtime, whatever it was, you sang those songs. I can't remember the last time I heard those songs being sung. So those moments I can remember. Protocol having already been established. Good morning and welcome. Good morning. In 2023, Ambassador Leslie Bryce and the team at the National Independence Secretary embarked on bringing to life the vision of a grand celebration to commemorate the Bahamas' 50th year of independence. Among the events was one that would serve to further recognize and encapsulate the rich culture and heritage of our beautiful culture is a vibrant blend of African, European, and Caribbean influences, and is characterized by our people's easygoing kind of nature. Y'all know we're a little easygoing until something happens. It is rich in traditions like rake and scrape, music, art, straw craft, food, and festivals like Gombe Summer, and Jonkanu. It is important to note that as unique as these traditions are, the elements become more notable from island to island and can even vary from settlement to settlement. Preserving our culture, whether general to the country or specific to each island or key, is therefore very important. And this initiative to include a time capsule concealment, or the component to the 50th year of independence, was not only timely, but also very necessary. Many of us, myself included, recall aspects of our childhoods growing up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, in our Bahamas, that are not so evident now. Some things have changed. Communities have changed. Our culture has been impacted and influenced to the point that our children, our grandchildren, may never know and experience and grow to love things that we did when we were growing up, and that we engaged in or appreciated as a part of our culture. Today, the Central Eleuthera District joins the other districts throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas as we continue to celebrate our 15th independence through the concealment of our very own time capsule, which includes memorabilia, pictures, documents, and other artifacts representative of Savannah Sound, Meadow Point, Governor's Harbor, James Cistern, Hatchet Bay, and Gregory Town. This is a district rich in culture and history. This is a district of the very first seat of government, the district of freedom, tranquility, togetherness, and the sweetest pineapples to be found anywhere on earth. And so on behalf of the Honorable Clay Sweeting, Minister of Works and Family Island Affairs, and the Member of Parliament for Central and South Eleuthera, on behalf of the Honorable Sylvana Spetty, the Member of Parliament for North Eleuthera, our Parliamentary Secretary, Mr. Leonardo Lightburn, Acting Director, Mr. Donald Rowe, my Chief Counselor, Shauna Nen, those who's not here today, she had to travel, and members of our local district council, and also the committee members, the Central Eleuthera Independence Committee, and the entire Central Eleuthera District. I extend a warm welcome to each and everyone who has joined us to participate in this historic event. You are all officially witnesses to this, and I trust that you will all serve as ambassadors as we endeavor to preserve our culture and continue on our path, moving forward, upward, onward, and always together. God bless you, and enjoy the remainder of the ceremony.
Well done, Mistress Anderson. We will now have another selection done by the Gregory Town Primary School. Woohoo!
Come on the sloop, John B. My grandfather and me. Around Nassau town we did roam, drinking all night. Got into a fight. Well, I feel so broke up. I want to go home. So hoist up the John B. sail. See how the mainsail sets. Call the captain ashore. Let me go home. I want to go home. Why don't you leave me alone? Well, I feel so broke up. me he got drunk and broke in the captain's trunk. The constable had to come and take him away. Sheriff Johnstone, why don't you leave me alone? Well, this is the worst trip I've ever been on. So hoist up the John B. sail. See how the mainsail sets. Call the captain ashore. Let me go home. I want to go home. Why don't you leave me alone? Well, this is the worst trip I've ever been on. The poor cook, he caught the fits and threw away all my grits. And then he took and he ate up all of my corn. Let me go home. Why don't you let me go home? Well, this is the worst trip I've ever been on. So hoist up the John B. sail. See how the mainsail sets. Call the captain ashore. Let me go home. I want to go home. Why don't you leave me alone? This is the worst trip I've ever been on.
I think he deserves another. We will now have the presentation and committal of the time capsule. I call on Mr. Kevin Cartwright, Miss Annis Antrowith, and the local government council.
Memorabilia from the 50th Independence. We also have information from the various, like I said, the various townships. So Palmetto Point, Governor's Harbor, James System, Gregory Town, Hatchet Bay, they're all in here. So this will be sealed, and in 25 years from the original date, it will be open. And so you young persons that are here, remember this. I don't know if there's anything that you all want to put in here. Anybody else something that they want? That was mine. That was there. I put it in. Okay. So I just got 2 bracelets. And another bracelet. And that remind me to write this. And another bracelet. Okay. Ready? And the head box. So there are lots of other items in here. So in 25 years, hopefully we'll all be here to come and witness this being unsealed. And these young persons to retrieve their bracelets and their headband and the ID card that's in here. And so again, I thank you all for coming, and thank you all for participating and for being a witness to this very, very historical moment. And Miss Alice is walking, living knowledge and information. And so she's been here from the very beginning. I know Mr. Bethel, the Right Honorable, would always speak about the relationship, the commitment that she had, the passion that she had in helping to see that the group, that the move towards independence. And so she was instrumental. She's here from Savannah South, but she played a very, very key part in our country's independence. And so that's why she's here in an honorary position, as always, to assist with this.
Established, it would be amiss in not recognizing and paying homage to Minister Clay Speeding, who signed off on the preservation of Springs Pond and Hatchet Bay Cave. Our Central Eleuthera Administrator, Ms. Rochelle Anderson, and her amazing staff. The newly elected local government representatives, the children of Gregory Town and Hatchet Bay, B&T for adding Sweetings Pond and Hatchet Bay Cave to their portfolio as the Bahamas 33rd National Park, and BAIC for their collaborative effort. Good morning all, and welcome to this historic day. Last year, the Bahamas Independence Committee organized a time capsule event to recognize our 51st independence of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It required every island across the archipelago to participate in sealing their time capsule in a concrete vault for a 25-year period, which will be reopened in the year 2050. And they, I'm not sure if I'll be around then, can look back in time and see what was going on here in 2025. So for example, Bimini had one, Cat Island had one, Abaco had two for north and south, but Eleuthera, because of its size, had 3 time capsules, one in north, one in south, and of course one here in central. As you know, Central Eleuthera has 6 settlements or townships: Palmetto Point, Savannah Sound, Governor's Harbor, James Siston, Hatchet Bay, Gregory Town, and Gregory Town. So our time capsule has 6 pouches inside of it, one from each of the 6 settlements. Each settlement placed their extraordinary information and photographs on acid-free paper so that it's preserved over the required period of time. These documents depict the uniqueness of their settlements, letters and memories from the elders of the community, and historic facts. Letters from the primary school kids writing to their future selves. Prominent details of births and deaths, community leaders, political leaders, annual events, churches, businesses, air transportation, ocean freight, restaurants, bars, iconic tourism, sports, basically to a view into our daily lives here in 2025. Congratulations to all those settlements, the volunteers who gathered all this information and assembled the pouches. It was agreed to place the time capsule vault here at Hatchet Bay Cave because at this site it will be seen and acknowledged by many locals. Yikes, it will be seen and acknowledged by many locals and tourists visiting the cave over the years. Here it will be undisturbed, accidentally thinking, by any heavy equipment, and it's sufficiently elevated above the hurricane flood zone. You may or may not know that this remarkable cave system is partially underwater and goes from the pond across to the other side of Queen's Island. And that Sweeting Pond actually boasts the highest known concentration of seahorses anywhere in the world. The Bahamas government recognized the remarkable scientific value of this and placed it under the care of the Bahamas National Trust. This park is now the Bahamas National Trust 33rd National Park, protected and managed by the BNT. Once built, will have tremendous tourism value and be protected for Bahamians to enjoy for many, many generations to come. Another one of Eleuthera's natural jewels. In fact, it's envisioned that Sweetings Pond and the Hatchet Bay Cave will become the Bahamas' first World Heritage Site, which is actually a tremendous accolade for the island of Eleuthera, the Bahamas, and all Bahamians. I would like to thank Administrator Anderson and her wonderful team for planning and executing today's time capsule gathering of information and the sealing event. And I would also like to thank all of you who participated with your valuable input and information and contributions to these pouches. And thank you all for coming, and have an incredibly blessed day.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin Cartwright. Well executed. We will now have the national anthem and pledge done by Miss Brenda Lee Petty. Please welcome her as she comes. Please stand.
Morning. Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland. March on to glory, our bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your bearing. Let's to excel through love and unity.
heart lead unto your God. March on, Bahamas land. I pledge my allegiance to the flag and to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, for which it stands, one people united in love and service.
Thank you, Miss Brenda Lee Petty. Please give her a round of applause. Okay, here ends the committal ceremony. We have light refreshments that will be served.
Thank you.